Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Samantha the introvert. Today I will be giving my personal review on episode 6 of Moonlight Chicken. I already did my reviews on episodes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Links are in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, this is good. Jim made Wen sleep on the ground. Wen said he wants to thank Jim for making him stay because if it wasn't for him he wouldn't be able to move out and move on. Then Jim asked if he is the reason he decided to do it, but Wen said he broke up with Alan a long time ago and this helps Alan get over him better. Jim told Wen he can stay until he finds a place. The whole time in the drama, I never see anyone doing real cooking, until Wen stepped in. MING came down, but he doesn't want to eat with Jim and Wen. They talking about Wen letting go, but Jim didn't because he still had the cat. MING stepping in Hart's parents' place. Is he allowed to come after what happened to Hart and why their gate open? Anyone can come in. MING helping Hart's mother with the flowers, then she told MING that his debt has been paid and he doesn't have to come there anymore, and she said he should let Jim know too. But did she tell Hart about it? MING apologized for taking Hart out and got him injured. All I'm seeing is that everything MING and Hart is doing you never done, and MING learning more about Hart than you as his mother. MING also said Hart is very communicative, and they went to a church that had activity for the deaf, and Hart liked it. She then told MING that if they want to go out next time, MING must let her know so her husband can bring them. So MING asked if he can bring Hart to his house to hang out. Hart is happy that MING came to visit him. Jim and Wen came to the diner and Saling asked why they came together, so Wen told him he slept over at Jim's place. Then asked Wen if him and Jim are serious, because Jim don't normally let people stay at his place or be serious with them, so Saling is curious of their relationship. But Wen said not yet, so Saling said how he's staying with Jim if it's nothing serious, to which Wen asked if Saling can ask Jim that question. So Saling asked Jim what relationship he and Wen have for them to stay together and go places together. And Jim just said they just friends. Totally understandable. We need to take things slow and steady. Jim asked Wen if he missing home, and Wen said a little. Jim basically told Wen back in his days he was a risk taker and that he and his big sister ran away from home. His sister, who is MING's mother name, is Jam. Jim said his sister said they're survivors, and Wen said his father said the same to him and that he can survive anywhere. Jim said he wants to possibly have a permanent home. Wen basically said that his father said, when you find a home but not for you, move out. But when you find a home that is perfect for you, then you will live in it for life. They were about to kiss, but Jim moved. So Wen asked why Jim's wall so high and if he not the right one for him. Jim did the "it's not you, it's me" line. Jim and Wen have it hard. The only difference is when Jim was with his ex, Jim was basically walking in Alan's shoes. Jim man was going home and Jim asked wherever he going involves him to take off his ring. So the ring was not important to you, sir? Whoa, he told Jim he forgot. And then Jim said that every Friday he goes home, he always forget. Someone was calling him and he hid it, telling Jim, it's a friend. That's a lie, it can't be a friend and you hiding it, plus you put privacy screen protector. He told him to stop being silly, but this man playing Jim, he giving all the red flags for Jim to be suspicious. Okay, so his name is Beam. Well Beam, Jim done with you and your lies, so go home and never come back with your cheating butt. Wait, hold up. So a news came on TV saying the boat Beam went on had an accident, but it isn't certain if Beam is dead or alive. I want him to leave Jim alone, not die. Oh shit, he died. I was wondering why he didn't pester Jim like how Alan did with Wen, now I see why. This is sad because the last time Jim saw him was when they argued and he told him he wants to break up. Jim told Wen about his ex and his death. Jim at the bank and Alan said he suggests Jim should get a loan from another bank, and I agree too. Jim asked why and Alan said he can't separate work from personal matters. Is it me, or is all the dishes the same, just prepared differently? They were talking about Kaipa's father and then Jim asked if his mother doesn't get lonely, to which Kaipa said yes and that's why he stays and keep her company. Kaipa said, if people keep chasing after the ones we love, will they love the people back? Kaipa, I don't think you understand what you doing. You just pushing hope for Jim and Wen, not you. Jim said sometimes the person isn't the right one for you. And Kaipa asked if he can be the right person for Jim. Jim told Kaipa he is sorry. Man basically rejected him. Kaipa, baby, I feel for you. That's why in life don't spend time and money on someone you not sure has feelings for you. Jim gave the deed back to Kaipa. And personally I agree because it would be wrong, especially knowing Kaipa likes you and you don't feel the same for him than taking the deed. It not right. He told Kaipa he will ask his sister for her deed to help. Saling on the phone with Kaipa because he knows. But what I don't like is how Saling knew the outcome and didn't even try to stop Kaipa. Or did you try to warn him and he didn't want to listen? Jim told Saling he gave back the deed and he didn't want to use Kaipa feelings as a benefit. Then told him he will see if he can borrow some of the deed from family. And speaking of family, his sister Jam texted him. This time they not drinking beer, it's juice. The only thing I could say that is wrong with Kaipa and Jim is the age gap and that he wasn't doing it right, but Wen who knew him less seems to get him even with the drama he placed on Jim. Jim was cooking and Wen asked what he doing, so Jim said he cooking to give as offering to the temple, and Wen says he wants to come join him at the temple. There is a whole new things I am seeing in this episode. Now Jim riding a bike instead of the car. This is a new look. Jim went to Beam's grave. Wen asked Jim if he ever met the woman in the picture with Beam, and Jim said no, but Wen said he should, to let go of all the doubts. Jim went to her. I have to admit she looks good in person. Jim asked if she knew about him, to which she said yes. She said she and Beam been together since university, and their fathers were close so they started dating, but in the end Beam dated Jim too. She told Jim that she knows that Beam would never break up with Jim, because if he did, he would, and that Beam loves Jim too much. Is Jim finally letting go of Beam and opening up his heart for Wen? Heart finally get invited inside Li Ming's house. This is Cupid the cat. He knows when couples are near. This is so sweet for my heart. So Li Ming told Heart the cat's name and Heart trying to call the name using his voice. Li Ming was shocked to see he can speak. But like I said, Heart is deaf, not mute. I feel like deaf people don't like to speak because they can't hear themselves, but others can, which makes them sad, I guess. Li Ming begged Heart to speak, and Heart said his name. So Heart said he never celebrated New Year's with anyone before, until now. Oh, my God, we have a New Year's kiss. Jim walked in and saw them kissing. This is too much. Wen asked Jim if he can take him to the hospital because Alan got in an accident. I pray he okay. They say he was drunk. Then Wen said Alan doesn't usually drink, to which Gong said he is right, he doesn't. Gong basically indicating that Wen is the reason. The nurse came and basically asked to talk to who will be taking care of Alan. And we all know the best person to do it right now is Wen. So Wen is trying to explain to Jim, to which Jim understand. Okay guys, that is the end of my review on episode 6 of Moonlight Chicken. Stay tuned for my review on episode 7. And as always, if you like my review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you next time. Bye.